Hello once again, MIDI for Kids parents and children. This is about 3 weeks from spring break, and just before spring break we're going to be putting in recordings for what's called the M Factor. That's MIDI for Kids' kind of performance contest. We're going to try to get some kids on some CDs and such. Last year we were fortunate, we had 3 different entries that made it onto the MIDI for Kids CD. Anyhow, there's several ways that we can get on there. The big thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be recording a song as a class in a couple of weeks. If your child is really in love with a particular song out of the book and wants to play that, you can always let me know and we'll try to get them recorded as well. But the 2 songs that we've been working on in class the most have been Circling the Sun and Esbozo Duet. I'll get to those in just a second. For the M Factor contest, I emailed out a permission form. I apologize. One of the kids was supposed to remind me to pass them out before we left. You know who you are. Just kidding. I totally lost track of that. But if your child wants to stop by and grab that, you can sign that, and then we get permission to get your kid on the in the recording contest. Hopefully that'll work out for you. Anyhow, Circling the Sun, the big concept in this one, once again, is this whole PIMA thing. P-I-M-A, thumb, index, middle, ring. So we're doing a great job of it today. The hand position is kind of a big deal, all right? We want to look for the wrist, the right wrist, to not be kind of up like so. If we're up like this and we're pulling from the fingertips like a electric bass player, we want to be more flat to the guitar so that when we pluck, it's very small movement. And we talked about it in class today that PIMA is kind of important because it's kind of like alternating hands on a drum or a xylophone. Now down here, the bass melody, again, we've talked about this in previous videos, that we're talking about the 6th string and the 5th string. For this part, it's less essential that we are using all the fingers. We can use just the thumb. If you're slick and quick, take note of this 4th string open. That can actually be played on the 5th string, 5th fret. So if you want to sound pretty slick, you can even slide up to that, which is kind of cool. We'll get to Esbozo in a minute. While I'm worrying about this particular song, it's goofy and all that, but we were looking at Dora the Explorer. Well, it was at the very end. We were cleaning up, and the map song came on, and they were kind of curious how to play that. The map song, or backpack song, I'm sorry, is just like Spider Speedway. We play our 4th string. Everything's on our 4th string. We play that open, and then 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and backwards. Backpack, backpack, I'm the backpack loaded up with things and knickknacks too. I don't know the words, but that's okay for you. Backpack, backpack. That'll put a smile on some faces, I'm sure. And finally, we're working on Esbozo Duet. It is a duet, so there are 2 different parts. The A part is the chords. We're playing them as arpeggios, like so. Don't worry, it's not Stairway to Heaven. Almost. As your child is playing, please try to encourage them to look at the printed music as they are playing. What we're finding is happening is by the time we get down about the end of the first line and the second line, we've lost our places and don't know exactly where we are. We need to make sure that we can follow 100% of the time where we are. So something that you might do is see if you can follow along with what they're playing and stop them and ask them to point to where they were. If they know where they were, then it's probably a good indication of their reading stamina. If they don't know where they were, well then, we've got to work on some chunking. Maybe do the first 2 measures, maybe do the first 4 measures, and so on and so forth. All of this is going to apply into the next songs that we're doing. So encourage your children to practice and keep on using all of those fingers in the right hand. It came to my attention that not a lot of the kids are using the CD that came with the materials at the beginning of the year. So as an option, this is not a requirement, but if you would like to have me, if you have a flash drive, a thumb drive, a little USB plug-in drive, and would like me to load up all of those songs on there so that instead of plugging your CD in, you can plug that right into your computer and download those tracks on iTunes, I can certainly do that. I can also make sure that you have access to those recordings also on the Google Drive. I'll include that in our email here as well. But just thought I would bring up that we need to be playing with the recordings as much as possible. It helps with playing in time and keeping track of where the song is and all that. As always, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, please let me know. Now is a great time if you haven't done so already. A couple kids have come in and say, got new strings. That's awesome. That's probably a good time of year to do so. Well, any time of year is a good time to do so, but I've noticed some that haven't been changed in a long time. Take your instrument in Guitar Center, Ken's Guitars, Danny Ray's. Talk to somebody there. They can change them pretty quick and pretty inexpensively, and it makes playing more fun, easy, and sound better. So just a suggestion for y'all. Again, any questions, comments, give me a call, send me an email. Catch you later. Bye.